When it comes to eradicating diseases like polio, rubella, measles, and mumps from our planet, the first thing that comes in mind are vaccines. Vaccines may seem like some sort of magical ingredient that provide a shield to our body, but the reality behind vaccines is pretty weird and interesting. So let's look at the secret recipe behind vaccines and how they actually work. Our body works in a unique way to fight off the disease-causing agents that have entered by creating an army of cells, having special weapons to fight off the invader. As the sneaky peeky invader gets its entry into our body, an alarming signal is created which alerts all the warriors of our body, the WBCs, about the threat. As the white blood cells join the battle, they kill the invader, also known as antigen, mostly by gobbling them up. The antigen usually don't die off really quickly. So, in order to fight back, we have to create some special weapons that are just made for that invader. You guessed it right. I'm talking about antibodies.
Yeah!
To make antibodies, the information about the antigen is provided to a special type of cell called the T cell, which then goes to a hunt to find the B cell having the antibodies against that invader. As the T cell becomes successful in finding one, it then activates that B cell. Think B cell as some weapon-making factories. As the B cell gets activated, it changes into a plasma cell, which releases thousands of antibodies into the bloodstream, which then kill up the invader. But the story doesn't end up here. The B cell and some of the T cells are changed into some special cells called the memory cells, whose job is to just remember the enemy until it's encountered again. Since the whole process of recognizing the enemy, creating antibodies, and then the memory cell may take days, weeks, or even months, which is just enough time for the hardcore bacteria and viruses to divide in great number and provide a lot of harm to our body. So, we have to prepare our body to fight against the invader as rapidly as possible. That's where vaccines kick in. Vaccines contain a weakened or dead organism, similar to the one that caused the disease, or sometimes even some protein of that microorganism, which are just enough to trigger an immune response by alerting the WBCs about the threat. So vaccines actually fool our body about the threat, as the weakened or dead microorganism usually don't provide any harm to our body. As our warriors think it's the same organism that caused the disease, so the battle is fought against the weakened and the dead ones, and antibodies and memory cells are created. When our body encounters the real enemy, it's prepared for the fight, as there are plenty of antibodies and memory cells circulating in the bloodstream. So the battle against the real enemy finally comes to an end.